Section 4 of Poor Richard's Almanac by Benjamin Franklin. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Read by Michelle Fry, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Aphorisms 400 through 499. 400. Old boys have their playthings as well as young ones. The difference is only in the price. 401. Old young and old long. 402. One good husband is worth 2 good wives, for the scarcer things are, the more they are valued. 403. One may be more cunning than another, but not more cunning than everybody else. 404. One mend fault is worth 2 find faults, but 1 find fault is better than 2 make faults. 405. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. 406. Onions can make even heirs and widows weep. 407. Pain wastes the body, pleasures the understanding. 408. Pardoning the bad is injuring the good. 409. Patience in market is worth pounds in a year. 410. Pay what you owe and you'll know what's your own. 411. Philosophy as well as foppery often changes fashion. 412. Plow deep while sluggards sleep. 413. Polio, who values nothing that's within, buys books as men hunt beavers for their skin. 414. Poor Dick eats like a well man and drinks like a sick. 415. Poor plain dealing, dead without issue. 416. Poverty, poetry, and new titles of honor make men ridiculous. 417. Poverty wants some things, luxury many things, avarice all things. 418. Praise to the undeserving is severe satire. 419. Pray don't burn my house to roast your eggs. 420. Prayers and provender hinder no journey. 421. Presumption first blinds a man, then sets him a-running. 422. Pretty and witty will wound if they hit ye. 423. Pride and the gout are seldom cured throughout. 424. Pride breakfasted with plenty, dined with poverty, supped with infamy. 425. Pride dines upon vanity, sups on contempt. 426. Pride is as loud a beggar as want, and a great deal more saucy. 427. Pride gets into the coach, and shame mounts behind. 428. Proclaim not all thou knowest, all thou owest, all thou hast, nor all thou canst. 429. Prodigality of time produces poverty of mind as well as of estate. 430. Promises may get thee friends, but non-performance will turn them into enemies. 431. Proud modern learning despises the ancient. Schoolmen are now laughed at by schoolboys. 432. Quarrels never could last long if on one side only lay the wrong. 433. Rather go to bed supperless than run in debt for a breakfast. 434. Reading makes a full man, meditation a profound man, discourse a clear man. 435. Read much, but not many books. 436. Retirement does not always secure virtue. Lot was upright in the city, wicked in the mountain. 437. Rob not for burnt offerings. 438. Rob not God, nor the poor, lest thou ruin thyself. The eagle snatched a coal from the altar, but it fired her nest. 439. Samson, with his strong body, had a weak head, or he would not have laid in a harlot's lap. 440. Saying and doing have quarreled and parted. 441. Search others for their virtues, thyself for thy vices. 442. Sell not virtue to purchase wealth, nor liberty to purchase power. 443. Silence is not always a sign of wisdom, but babbling is ever a mark of folly. 444. Silks and satins put out the kitchen fire. 445. Since thou art not sure of a minute, throw not away an hour. 446. Singularity in the right hath ruined many. Happy those who are convinced of the general opinion. 447. Sleep without supping, and you'll rise without owing for it. 448. Sloth and silence are a fool's virtues. 449. Sloth, like rust, consumes faster than labor wears. The used key is always bright. 450. Snowy winter, a plentiful harvest. 451. Some are justly laughed at for keeping their money foolishly, others for spending it idly. He is the greatest fool that lays it out in a purchase of repentance. 452. Some are weatherwise, some are otherwise. 453. Some make conscience of wearing a hat in the church, who make none of robbing the altar. 454. Sorrow is good for nothing but sin. 455. Spare and have is better than spend and crave. 456. Speak and speed. The closed mouth catches no flies. 457. Speak little, do much. 458. Speak with contempt of none, from slave to king. The meanest bee hath and will use a sting. 459. Strange that a man who has wit enough to write a satire should have folly enough to publish it. 460. Strange that he who lives by shifts can seldom shift himself. 461. Strive to be the greatest man in your country, and you may be disappointed. Strive to be the best, and you may succeed. He may well win the race that runs by himself. 462. Success has ruined many a man. 463. Sudden power is apt to be insolvent, sudden liberty saucy. That behaves best which has grown gradually. 464. Suspicion may be no fault, but showing it may be a great one. 465. Take counsel in wine, but resolve afterwards in water. 466. Take courage, mortal. Death can't banish thee out of the universe. 467. Take heed of the vinegar of sweet wine, and the anger of good nature. 468. Take this remark from Richard: poor and lame, whatever is begun in anger ends in shame. 469. Talking against religion is unchaining a tiger. The beast let loose may worry his deliverer. 470. Tart words make no friends. A spoonful of honey will catch more flies than a gallon of vinegar. 471. Teach your child to hold his tongue. He'll learn fast enough to speak. 472. Tell a miser he's rich, and a woman she's old. You'll get no money of one, nor kindness of t'other. 473. Tell me my faults, and mend your own. 474. The absent are never without fault, nor the present without excuse. 475. The ancients tell us what is best, but we must learn of the moderns what is fittest. 476. The bell calls others to church, but itself never minds the sermon. 477. The bird that sits is easily shot. 478. The brave and the wise can both pity and excuse, when cowards and fools show no mercy. 479. The busy man has few idle visitors. To the boiling pot the flies come not. 480. The cat in gloves catches no mice. 481. The creditors are a superstitious sect, great observers of set days and times. 482. The cunning man steals a horse, the wise man lets him alone. 493. The devil sweetens poison with honey. 484. The discontented man finds no easy chair. 485. The doors of wisdom are never shut. 486. The end of passion is the beginning of repentance. 487. The excellency of hogs is fatness, of men virtue. 488. The eye of a master will do more work than his hand. 489. The family of fools is ancient. 490. The favor of the great is no inheritance. 491. The generous mind least regards money, and yet most feels the want of it. 492. The golden age never was the present age. 493. The good paymaster is lord of another man's purse. 494. The good or ill hap of a good or ill life is the good or ill choice of a good or ill wife. 495. The heart of the fool is in his mouth, but the mouth of the wise man is in his heart. 496. The heathens, when they died, went to bed without a candle. 497. The honest man takes pains and then enjoys pleasures. The knave takes pleasures and then suffers pains. 498. The honey is sweet, but the bee has a sting. 499. The horse thinks one thing, and he that saddles him another. End of section 4.